It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode, Paintful Itching. Episode. Why did I say episode? Greetings, everybody. Welcome back once again. Have yourself a very merry little weekend. Today, we are continuing our Toon Portraits series, and you all voted for your favorite nested Toon. And the winners, well, the first one was Itchy the Mouse, which is great. I love Itchy. Well, I love him in kind of a respectful sort of way. Some of his cartoons aren't the best. I think a lot of them are just kind of, a lot of the times the cartoons Itchy is in is there to serve the purpose of the episode, so he's very allegorical. You know, that sort of thing. But aside from that, you know, it's fun. It's a nice twist on the cat and mouse formula where you just turn it up to 11 and make the whole thing ultra violent. Although what's always funny is how Scratchy is just usually living his daily life, just trying to do whatever he wants, and Itchy will just kill him. Like, no provocation, nothing. Itchy will just kill him. In any case, I feel relaxed today. And you know what? This is gonna be the first Simpsons character we've ever done on this show, isn't it? I mean, I've wanted to throw a few Simpsons characters on board, but I think if I did any of them, they're usually most likely to win these polls, huh? In any case, I said in any case already. Whatever. I'm starting, and you can't stop me. Itchy. You know, the interesting thing when it comes to the way that Simpsons characters are designed in the show versus how they look when you get reference images for them. Every time you look at, like, an official render for a character, they usually look pretty different from how they actually look in the show. Usually they have a bunch of extra details stapled on or something. Now let's see. For someone with such a big personality, I wonder what the pose should be. You never know. But while I figure that out, let's see. What have I been doing recently? Thou art shan't be stopped, good sir. That was an assault on the English language that I don't know if I can forgive. I was like, oh, what is that, a quadruple negative? Whatever. I'll let it pass. I should kill you for that. No, it's okay. We have fun here. Goodness. Let's see. What's been going on with me lately? Oh, I finished watching Hell of a Boss yesterday. And let me tell you, I am wholeheartedly meh on the whole thing. Like, season 1. I didn't watch the whole thing. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight. We're gonna finish it. One less viewer won't change things. No, that's a loss of 33% viewership. Where was I? Oh, yes. I've lost it again. Okay, so, but the main thing that I have to say about that show, as I was watching it was really, really mean-spirited, which I suppose is the point. But in a lot of ways, it made it kind of hard to watch. I don't know. There was just a lot of episodes where it seemed like they were gonna do something, like, heartfelt or something with meaning, but then they just pull the rug out from under you, and then they go back to doing something vulgar or crude or just straight up mean. There's a lot of times where an emotional moment gets undercut. And that happens a lot. I don't know how often it happens, but it's quite a lot. However, in terms of the characters that I do like in that show, I like Millie and Moxie. I think they're really fun together, and I'm glad that there's somebody with a positive relationship in this show. It seems like nobody in this flippin' show knows how to talk to each other. It's ridiculous. But I guess if they were good at anything like that, they wouldn't be in hell. Actually, now that I think about it, probably not. They're imps. They were born there. Never mind. Yeah, it's not like they were sinners. Man, the Simpsons overbite gets taken to its extreme with this guy. I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do with those eyes because, man, those eyes are gonna be quite annoying to get right. Anyway, I guess if I had to give like a ranking for the full first season so far, it's very middle of the road. You know, gets a very solid 4.5 out of 10. A couple of those episodes really bring that score down, but from what I'm told, season 2's a little better. So maybe if I watch season 2, I'll have a better opinion of it. You know what? I'm looking at this and I'm realizing... Nah, hold on. Look at the size of the eyes, right? And then we need to make this big. Yeah, hold on. I think I got it. Okay, it's not that long. Simpsons characters always had kind of uncomfortably small eyes, right? Like, the pupils are teeny tiny, but they're like mathematically consistent. They're like 1/7 the length. If I remember correctly, they're described as being like exactly 1/7 the length of the entire eyeball. And that is consistent, which is super freaky. I'm definitely going to be using something to help me draw a circle with this. And the Simpsons overbite. Oh my gosh. Hello, Austin the Record Keeper. Oh gosh, I got distracted again. I was talking about Hell of a Boss. Excited for the epic Mickey remake. Excited is probably the wrong word, but I am looking forward to it because, honestly, I'm doubting it's really going to be much different than the original game. I'm probably, you know, it's probably going to be an experience that's quite similar. It's not like with the Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake, which is being made 20 years later, and it like, you know, and it's like completely different. Okay, hold on. I'm looking at the mouth now. Let me see if I can fix this mouth. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to go back and edit this some. Hello, Celeste. Good to see you. So yeah, I guess my point is, with any luck, the second season of Hell of a Boss will be better than the first season. Loved your Zooble Doodle. I can tell. You know how happy I was to find out that you used it as your icon in a server? Love it. I'm so happy. That's like the ultimate... That's like the ultimate praise. Did you finish Season 1? I did. I was just talking about it. I don't think it's all that great. I think it had some moments, but overall was, overall, you know, it's not that great. Alright, we need to do another go over with this one because I don't like how this one's coming out. Do you like that old Toon reference during Blitzo's breakdown? Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Oh, and during Moxie's breakdown, they did the Xerox thing that Disney did during the 60s. And I thought that was really cool. I mean, the references were nice. It really doesn't make sense. I mean, that episode, I did not really care much for that episode because I thought it was paced terribly. That episode where they go to see the human government, I thought that was paced terribly. I think that episode could have been a 2-parter or a 3-parter, and it would have been way better. Hey, you notice they're making maybe way too many enemies? I mean, I figured everybody just kind of hates each other, you know. It's hell. I expected the Kesha dog to be a villain. But she was like a mild annoyance, and not really. I don't know. It's more like she was just there to make Luna. It feels like her purpose was to make Blitzo show up. The fortune of watching that in order instead of waiting 2 years and being forced to skip to Season 2. What? Wait, they released Season 1 episodes after Season 2 came out? What kind of sense does that make? The finale was delayed because Kesha's recording company forbade her from singing. Oh, it was the one song. The one that was in the credits that I didn't pay attention to because the song they actually had her sing kind of stunk. It was okay. It was very vapid. Cotton Candy is certainly catchy, but not really necessary. I mean, it's one of those... Yeah, that's the other thing, though. She got a whole song, you know? Like, I would expect a villain to get a song like that. But I guess you can't have Kesha and not make her sing. do you feel about her design? It's so busy. There's so many moving parts on it. Okay. I'm not... The way they do the different layers of hell in that show is interesting because I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it so that it's not what you think it's going to be, right? Number one, they're not based off of the actual layers of hell as outlined in Dante's Inferno. I got that one pretty quickly, so they're all based off of a different sin. But it doesn't feel like that sin really dictates what the world is like. Why does gluttony translate into, like, a frat party? Because, like, of course they're overindulging in food and drink, but they're also, like, everybody overindulges in everything in all of these levels. Like, it's not even, no matter what level of hell they're on, you know? It seems like everybody's just eating way too much, drinking way too much, having too many personal relations. Having too many personal relations and generally just cussing up a storm. You know, it's like, what makes this place different from this place is not really clear. Especially Wrath. Like, why is Wrath just Texas? There's like... Is it Wrath because they're all overly violent people? But, like, everyone's overly violent? Is that, like, because they're imps? It seems like everybody's ready to kill everyone else. Although one thing I would like to know is how they get between... I would like to know... how they travel between the different layers of hell. Blitzo says his employees are from there, but that's not true. Only Millie is. No, Moxie says he's from there. That's contradicted. It is? Oh. Well, I guess I'll find out. Alright, hold on. How do they draw his head? Okay, yeah, it's just attached to the body. Man, the ears are very awkwardly placed. As for the design for Beelzebub, she's like a bee, because she's got wings and she swims in honey. I, like, get the idea. I see no real sense in sinners being confined to pride. The show didn't talk about that. So I assume it's just not important to this one. That's more of a has-been hotel thing. I kind of wanted to see them just kind of schlum around and kill dudes. I wanted to see them have just tons of escapades in the human world while they go around killing everyone. That's what I wanted to see. I still like Millie and Moxie. They're probably the best characters for me personally. They feel the most fleshed out. Blitzo is not bad. I don't hate him. I think they did a pretty decent job of trying to keep him likable enough. But I also don't want him to win. That's another thing. I don't want these characters to win. I want them to fail. And like half the episodes, I'm like, no, you guys are wrong. I was hoping that it was at least going to be funny enough where I didn't care, but that didn't happen. I ended up caring when I probably shouldn't have. I was hoping it was going to be really funny like It's Always Sunny. That was my hope. This one's super messy as well. Oh. By the way, I feel like they really pulled Stella being abusive out of thin air. Wait, I don't... Was she abusive? I didn't see her that much. The only thing I saw was that they got into a domestic squabble and she threw something at him. But then, okay, I'll say this. They gave her the best joke in the show, which is when she's calling a hit on Stolas while he's right there. That is the funniest joke in the entire show. That one. I cracked up immensely. Exactly, the first abusive behavior we see is lashing out over Stolas cheating on her. Well, I don't remember them saying she was abusive. Was that a thing? The first part of the finale. Wait. Okay, I do not remember that. I must have missed that part. Wait, was Stella even in that episode? I remember her being away. She left with Octavia for the weekend. And that's why Stolas was alone in his house, waiting for Blitzo to call him, I guess. Yeah, and then she comes home after the date flops and berates him, then tries to slap him. Did I just miss that part? Okay, I'm looking at it right here. He's on the, Stolas is on the stairs. It cuts to Blitzo, and he doesn't go inside. Where is it? Yeah, that didn't happen. What are you talking about? I'm looking at the YouTube video right now. She did not do that. Are you sure that's not in season 2? I was confused because right after he's still in that date outfit. Fool! You have played yourself. Sorry for the spoiler in that case. Well, guess we'll see. I don't know. I feel like whatever altercation is going down is kind of justified. Also, they're in hell. They're bad people, right? So, I don't know. Should I really be surprised that people in hell are abusive? You know what I mean? They want you to take that seriously, but not all the other domestic abuses. Not to mention the part when Moxie went to go talk to all the succubi in that one episode. I hated that episode. The Succubi episode wasn't very good. I mean, but I guess the point was to introduce... I mean, it introduced Tex And then it gave Luna something to do. Luna kind of had nothing to do in the first couple of episodes. I don't know. What a waste of Christina V. They should waste more Christina V. I don't know who Christina V is. Oh, is that Luna? She plays Verosica. Oh, I see. What are the odds of all of them being at that same nightclub? Like, I mean, wow. What would you rate season 1 on a 10 scale? I said earlier, but 4.5. Because I think it's pretty middle of the road. It's got some good parts, but it's got some other parts that kind of tick me off. Although in some ways I wonder if it's just that I'm kind of opposed to the setup, that I just don't really like the way it's set up in the first place. Gosh, but let's talk about something else now. Like Itchy and Scratchy. The cat and mouse duo from The Simpsons. Which are a very interesting group of characters on The Simpsons. Because they are a set of characters who are fictional within the show. Right? But they're also two characters that are very important to the show. Like, for example, in the context of The Simpsons, Itchy and Scratchy were characters that were created in the 1910s. Yeah, in the 1910s. Which means that every member of the Simpsons family should know about them. Which is kind of funny considering that they're such Bart and Lisa-centric characters. Anything to do with the two of them usually involves Itchy and Scratchy. Anything to do with Itchy and Scratchy usually involves the two of them. But it's true that it's funny because Marge would have seen it, but there is still that episode where she's trying to get the show banned. I think there's an episode where Grandpa Simpson says that during the war, they listened to radio plays of Itchy and Scratchy. And I have no idea how a radio play of Itchy and Scratchy is going to work. Those dudes barely say anything to each other. They say stuff sometimes, but it's not common. Something doesn't sit right. What am I doing wrong here? Let me try this. Okay, it's this ear. I gotta redraw the ear. Whoops. Let's see now. There's no model sheets out there for Itchy and Scratchy that I can find. So trying to figure out how everything is supposed to line up here is a pain and a half. But once I have it in place, it should be fine. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. But Itchy and Scratchy in the show usually are, like, plot devices for other characters. They kind of rarely impact, you know, they're usually not the center of anything. They can be used as filler, or they're like a backdrop for something that Bart and Lisa want, like when they wanted to go to Itchy and Scratchy Land in that one episode, which was a whole Disney park, which was a whole, like, Disney theme park thing. But what is interesting though is how the way the two characters interact had changed over the course of the show. Usually, so in the early days, usually what you'd see like Scratchy chasing Itchy, and then they do like some sort of hijinks, like grab a bomb and he'd blow up and it would be like a skeleton or something. But as time went on, what you would later see is Scratchy would almost never instigate. He would be a victim to the whims of this sadistic mouse. And, it would often be that Scratchy is, like, walking down the street or something simple like that. Or he's going to the barber shop or at a restaurant and he's just living his life. Well, Itchy isn't gonna have any of that, so he kills him. For fun, usually. Alright, not bad. Now we just gotta make this work with the rest of the body. Itchy's a little fat. What is his body shaped like? Huh, he got thinner over the years. Alright, let me try that. Yeah, something. We're not gonna see this, but yeah. And then Itchy has his little shirt. Usually stops about halfway down, but we're not going to be going that far anyway. And then his course his big sleeves. Yeah, and then a nice little. Yeah. Okay, so from this angle, we wouldn't be able to see any of this and this and that. Just like, yeah, just like that. Hold on. It'd be the slightest. He's got a belly button. Hold on. How does he? What does it look like when he's holding something? That's what I want to see. Huh, the Itchy and Scratchy show has its own Wikipedia article separate from The Simpsons. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm thinking over the shoulder and probably won't be able to see it, but we'll just say that there's an axe back there. A good old, yeah, a nice, just good old hunting axe. Because this guy is crazy. And then from here we would... Hold on. No, wait. I think I've still got something here. Let me just... If I just tilt this... Yeah, and then we can have it rest on the shoulder. Maybe? Is that right? That might work. I took the liberty of adding some more tunes, which is good, because I could really use some. Okay. Okay, yeah. There we go. There's our Itchy. Let me just clean this up. Maybe the axe will have blood on it, if it's even in frame. Because that's the problem, isn't it? Will this even be in frame? Alright, and then we make it large. Nope, not that large. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can do this. Now I just gotta make sure that everything's all hunky-dory, though, down here. Because just looking at the way the arm bends, and it's probably not really... Okay, hold on. And then from here, we can... right underneath, and then... Okay, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Whew. In other news, let's see. Toontown Corporate Clash just recently revealed its entire lineup of board bots, because they're completely redoing the entire board bot lineup, and they all look pretty good. They look much better than the last group, now that we know what they all are. As opposed to last time, where their names just kind of didn't make any sense. It'll be nice to have them all unified under a theme of people who buy stocks. So for reference, the complaints that I have with the current group of board bots in Corporate Clash is the whole thing about them is it's supposed to be themed around members of the board, people who trade stocks, that sort of things. But the names they used for them do not fit this archetype. They just don't. For example, the number one, so from weakest to highest here, right? We've got the con artist. A con artist is anyone, like, you don't have to be, like, what does that have to do with buying stocks? Usually there are lots of things in places to prevent people from being conned, right? And more to the point, why would a con artist is usually pretty good, so why would it be so low? The next one would be a connoisseur. That has nothing to do with business at all. I mean, a connoisseur just is somebody who's got specific tastes, usually of high class, that has nothing to do with anything pertaining to business, and it's more than a little bit strange that that was the one they went with all those years ago. The next one is the swindler, or just simply swindler. It's just, again, that's the con artist again. It's just a con artist. Like, I don't get it. It's just a con artist again. It's the same thing, right? After that, we've got a middleman. Okay, there are middlemen in stock trading. That's a thing that can happen. So you're good, middleman. You were okay, although you're getting replaced anyway. The one after him is toxic manager. A toxic manager is not somebody who owns stock. A toxic manager is somebody whose job it is to manage something else, but they're just, you know, toxic. That is literally a boss bot. Why did you put them in board bot? That doesn't make a lick of sense. After toxic manager, we have magnate. And finally, we have a term for somebody that actually owns a business. Congratulations, you got one. After magnate is big fish, which usually just refers to somebody who is, like, way higher up than they should be. Or, excuse me, not as high up as they should be, because they're, like, you know, they're eating all the little fish in the other companies. And it's like just somebody who's at the top, right? It's kind of the same thing as Big Cheese, but I'll let it pass once. But then they have Head Honcho, which is the same thing as Big Cheese again. So, you know, it's not all exactly on the up and up with them, which makes sense to why they decided to eventually redo the whole thing. So now, what's next is they revealed all of the new board bots. So now we get a look at all of them, and the themes this time are, this time we have bag holder as our number one, and a bag holder is somebody who holds onto a stock until it depreciates in value to the point where they essentially have nothing. Like they will just attach themselves to it and not ever really let it go. And that's, you know what? Yeah, much better. After that we have paper hands. Hold on, I gotta look up what paper hands means first. Paper hands is somebody who sells a stock too early, so it's the opposite of a bag holder. It's somebody who accidentally sold too early instead of holding until it was too late. After that, you have circuit breaker, which these aren't in order, by the way. We don't know what the order is yet. We will soon, but not right now. After that is circuit breaker, whose job it is to basically be a stopgap between different what is it? Different sales going badly? Hold on. Gosh, I'm gonna have to look these all up, so you'll have to forgive me. A circuit breaker, temporary measures that halt trading to curb panic selling. After circuit breaker, they revealed deadlock. And the deadlock is when a higher amount than a majority is needed to make a decision on something. So essentially, they're the one. Essentially, it's impossible to move forward. Or rather, just... There it is. When... Okay. 3 shareholders must vote in favor of a decision. If they do not, then they have a deadlock. Okay, that's a better way of saying it. It's just when shareholders can't agree and they can't go forwards. Then there's Shark Watcher. A Shark Watcher... Let's see. A professional or company that monitors trading patterns in their client's stock and attends to determine who is accumulating shares. Oh, I see. Kind of like, what is it? It's kind of like somebody who's just trying to keep an eye on who's buying their stocks. After Shark Watcher was revealed, there was... there was the Magnate. Magnate and Head Honcho stayed from the last group. And they have brand new designs that look a lot better, so I'm fine with them. And after Head Honcho was revealed, we have Insider, as in somebody who does insider trading. Meaning somebody who trades stocks while having knowledge of the market patterns, essentially. Or trades in secret, or, like, just has knowledge that they shouldn't have. I also think insider trading is illegal, but I'm not certain on that. Alright. Good, I got the hair all set in place. But with these new board bots all ready to go, it's gonna be nice to see them get a nice revamp. Oh, also, there's also a whole bunch of new animations they're giving the cogs, which is another lovely addition. I love it when they take the time to do some little things to make everything feel a lot nicer, because they've been reusing the same animation since 2003 with these guys. I mean, man, 2003. Oh, boy. Outside of Corporate Clash, Toontown Rewritten just posted a help wanted ad for artists so that they can start working on the new playground in Rewritten Clear Coasts, which means that it is now under active development, which is good. That'll be nice to see when that finally comes out. In the meantime, Rewritten is currently running testing on their new manager system, which is going to be in all 4 of the existing department, setups. And they're going to have... Oh, they're also changing how all of the HQs work now. They will have... instead of the 3 facilities that they had in BossBot and CashBot, and the 4 facilities they have in LawBot, all of them are now going to have 2 facilities, like the Cellbot factory, which should also come with some rebalances as to how these work. Which also come with the rebalances about how the whole system's going to work. They're changing it so that we're no longer going to have to do a back 9 for an entire hour. Thank goodness. And overall, it should be more enjoyable to do things like go for your suit. Your suits of each type now. which is good, which is also very good. Oh, they're also rebalancing gags, and the long-awaited nerf to sound is coming. Sound, for the longest time, was without a doubt the strongest gag type in the entire game, and it went unchallenged pretty much forever. There was like never a time in the game when you did not want to have sound. It was so good. It killed cogs super quickly. It made everything it just put everything on a silver platter for you. And the main thing that they're doing with sound to nerf it is they're changing the amount of every sound gag that you can carry. Oh, I guess I should explain why sound was so powerful before. Sound hit all cogs for weak damage. But when used in conjunction with 3 other toons that also have sound, you can basically take down anything. There was never any, like, fights in the game that couldn't be won with enough sound. This mouth thing is gonna kill me. That's it. That's it. That's it. Ugh, I got it. Okay. So that's the main body ready to go. I'm sure I'll find out later as I go into to do more that I missed spots, but we can worry about that later. We'll burn that bridge after we pass it. Okay, and we've got the shirt and the eyes. The eyes. The eyes. I don't think anybody would blame me if I just went ahead and did this. I mean, it's the Simpsons. They literally do this sort of thing all the time. Hold on. Maybe... That's better. Yeah. And in front of the eyes, we've got, of course, the nose. Which has a few different colors. I'll go with this one. Oh, come on. You're back, what'd you miss? Well, I was talking about Toontown rewritten in Corporate Clash for a while. We finished the sketch for Scratch for Itchy now, and now I'm going into the coloring phase. Because Rewritten and Corporate Clash are both having big updates coming soon. Although Rewritten's update is substantial, but it's not the biggest thing ever. But it is probably the largest step they've ever taken to moving away from the basis that Toontown Online had set up, because up until now, they've been very hesitant to change the base of the game. Okay, that's good. I could move it a little over here, though. Oh, that's nice, yeah. I don't want to have to explain it all again, so just trust me. Because I spent quite a lot of time going over it. Okay, fill that in. Ooh, let me save. I remembered to save. Alright, so now on the face we've got the mouth. And the teeth. His mouth is usually shown as black on the inside. I'm not gonna go with that. We're gonna go with a dark red. A really dark red, though, to make it still feel like it's black. You know, Itchy and Scratchy had a game. They actually had more than one. They had, there's the Itchy and Scratchy game on the Super Nintendo. There was supposed to be a Genesis version, but that didn't get released. And there's also the Itchy and Scratchy game on, there's also the Itchy and Scratchy mini golf game on Game Boy. Of course, they were in the 90s when The Simpsons was at its height. I mean, my gosh, back then you couldn't go 2 seconds without tripping over a Simpsons game. Oh gosh, this looks like one of those smiling animals things. Not to keep going in circles, but I also really want to know opinions on Fizzarelli, because he's my favorite character in that show. Well, he's only appeared twice. And there's the robot one that was in episode 2. Which, by the way, I think is still my favorite episode. And then there was the real one in episode 7. He doesn't really do much. I mean, he sings like Beetlejuice. And, the only thing he does is he just tells, like, Millie and Moxie to get out of there, and also calls Blitzo lame. Yeah, he didn't do much. I mean, I heard he gets better later. I like Jester Harlequin's It's My Own Fault. Is that why you like Pomni? Yes, actually. If you hand me a clown, I will enjoy it, probably. Huh. Did you watch JoJo's Circus as a kid? No? Oh, it was this Playhouse Disney show about this clown who, her name was JoJo, and she lived in like a town where everybody was like a circus thing. Her best friends were like a rodeo clown and a ballerina, and she had a pet lion. Wait a minute. You should play. Look up this video game called Kid Clown and Crazy Chase. You're gonna love the character designs in that game. I trust me. And that's clown with a K. I want to honk their little noses. I knew you would like it. Like, did you see the princess? The game also had a sequel, which had fully animated cutscenes. Wait, how old is she? I don't want to run my mouth. I don't know how old she is. They never specify. I'm not about to awooga without the proper paperwork. Well, then awooga no more, because I can't tell you. The game doesn't say. I mean, the next game has her in a swimsuit contest, so take that what you will. Come on. Anyway, Fizzaroli, I mean, his songs are fun enough. Both the robot and the real one, I guess. They're both fun enough. But I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to like him yet. I mean, I don't know. I want to know how Blitzo keeps getting involved with all of those big shots. Like, how did he get to know a Prince of Hell? Why does Fizzaroli know him? How did he land a date with a succubus pop star? No, not really, but it's like it's hard to like anyone the show wants you to. I mean, I mean, look, the only thing he's done is sing 2 songs, and, you know, there wasn't much involvement in the storyline for either of them, I guess. Well, I'll take it back. The second one had more storyline involvement, but, you know, he himself is not important to the story, so... Definitely liked his acting despite his small bits of screen time. I mean, he's probably gonna get more, right? The robot glitch bits were hilarious. I don't know the robot glitch bits. Like the robot Fizz who was made cheap. Oh, that one. Yeah, never mind. You gotta do Simpsons eyes very round. Gotta be careful. Like, they are exact circles. And I guess also there is Osmodius, the guy that Fizzarelli, whatever, was hanging with. Luz Nocita draws all eyes in The Simpsons. Perfect shapes. Wait. Huh? That must be a reference to something I don't know because I didn't watch that show. He has even less time, so I didn't even ask. Yeah. She draws perfect circles and it ticks the fandom off. Why? Is it, I mean, she has to draw perfect circles, otherwise the spells don't work or whatever, right? Because she's always drawing on those papers. I don't know. Like Osmodius is singing and everything, but in season 1 there's nothing really. No, he's just there. He's just there to tell Millie and Moxie to get out. We don't do corny around here. Yeah. I don't know. I'll see how the rest of this pans out. Where was I? Oh, yes, I need to do the shirt. Boom, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Gosh, I just love the way that song feels. Alright, so we got one below, and there's one above. Hello oh, I can't read Russian. Hello! Wonder when episode 8 of season 2 is coming out. Wait! It's not done? I thought there was a season 3 Oh, has been. Oh, I thought you were talking about boss. And I was like, it's not done yet? So they won't release the next because of has been hype. Right. Is it done already? Are they just sitting on it? There we go. It's more popular than it has been. It is? I mean, I've seen way more angel dusts around. And let me tell you, those Twitter posts I'm seeing from concerned teachers, all those kids, oh my gosh, I must have talked about this at some point, right? But there was that Twitter post I saw where someone was like, I work in a I'm a teacher for a second grade class, and I saw students passing around pictures of angel dust. It's supposed to be a spin-off, but that's not the case at this point. It's not even really a spin-off. It's not even conceptually a spin-off. None of the same characters appear. It doesn't really take place in the same spaces as each other. You know, and I don't know. It's more like just another. It's more like another show that just takes place in the same world as opposed to being a spin-off. You know what I mean? Sure, but the Yu-Gi-Oh shows are called spin-offs, even though they were the point where none of the OG cast shows up. Well, that's because they're still called Yu-Gi-Oh! It's still about the game Yu-Gi-Oh! They aren't going, you know, these other characters aren't going to the hotel or anything. They're not involved with any of the characters in the main show. They aren't trying to do the same thing, you know? It's completely different. They have nothing to do with each other except that they both take place in hell. Guess that's fair, but I can tell it was supposed to be the secondary. Well, yeah. It seemed like the show that was supposed to be the stopgap in between. You know, that was supposed to be like, okay, hey guys, while I get ready for my big show, here's the other thing. So you'll just have to wait. And then it became more popular, I guess. I mean, is it really more popular, or is it just that more people are talking about it because it's free on YouTube? But you know what? I'm glad I finally decided. I'm glad I finally took the plunge and watched this show. Because it's one of the most popular, like, it's one of the most popular... Well, it's not indie, is it? It's one of the most popular adult shows right now. So I guess I kind of owed it to myself to actually sit down and watch the thing. I don't hate that I saw it. You know, I have my gripes with the way that certain episodes told their stories and the way certain characters act, but I don't hate that I saw it. Even if you see something you hate, you can still learn something from it. Ships? Who's Ships? Stolitz merch sells like crazy. Wait, who's Stolitz? I thought it was Stolas. I mean, as in shipping. Oh! Oh! I thought you were saying Ships was the name of a character. Hello, Omni. Hey, it's good to see you, Omni. How are you doing? I don't want Blitz and Stolas to get together. I don't want Blitzo and Stolas to get together. That just sounds like a bad idea. They're not healthy for each other. Unfortunately, it's at the point where I can tell they're going to be endgame. But, I mean, look, I understand what Blitz is trying to do, right? He's realizing he's stuck in this cycle of meeting somebody new, getting to know them, like using them or just being selfish in general, and then they leave him. I get he's trying to break that cycle. However, this is a very transactional relationship between the two of them, and I don't think that either one of them should be involved with the other one. I mean, Star and Marco, like, was that not the, like, were people upset that they got together? Was that not the point? I mean, they're literally in the intro together, they're best friends or something. It's, like, super duper obvious. I thought they were gonna be together from, like, the instance I ever saw those two characters. It's more so an issue of spending time setting up alternatives that go nowhere. Oh, you mean like will they, won't they stuff for something that you know they absolutely will? Which in turn was wasted time they could have spent fixing plot holes. I also don't really care about... I don't know, Luna kind of does nothing. I'm not particularly interested in her relationship. You know what I wanted to see more of? I wanted to see her relationship with Blitzo. I wanted to see something about them and the fact that he's like her adoptive father. I want to see something about that. But they haven't really touched upon it like at all until the last episode. I mean, she was just using him because she was just using him because people know who he is, so she had like an in, you know? There it is, Omni. I also was confused about how I was also confused a little bit by imps and hellhounds and the relation of the two in hell, because I was under the impression that hellhounds were basically a slave class that could be bought and sold, but apparently they're on the same level as imps, and they both are just lowest lows class. Because he doesn't do a good job of explaining in the show. Do they explain outside of the show? Because if it's outside of the show, then, you know, if they work outside of the show, then you can tell me. But if it's in the next season, I don't want to hear it. Outside of the show. That sucks. That means that you have to get supplementary material to something that sounds like it should be a cornerstone of two characters' relationships. I don't care for creators, authors who can't be bothered to put important info into their own content. Oh, let's get the axe. I'll make few exceptions, like networks interfering with LGBT rep. Yeah! And what about in, like, Star Wars? They had to make 3 whole movies to explain what happened. Man, I am so obsessed with I've been watching the digital circus trailer for the new merch like all day yesterday and today. I can't believe it, man. It is. I want to buy all of it. But the thing I want to buy the most is the Pomni figurine because, oh boy, that is a nice looking figurine. If it's not stated in the show, movie, book, whatever, then I'm not obliged to acknowledge it as canon. Okay. Now I have to ask, is Dumbledore gay? Do you think he's gay? Draw a mouse of Simpsons. Yes, this is Itchy the Mouse. No, and JK needs to stop tweeting. Lil? Oh, lol. Does she still tweet stuff like that? I thought she, like, had too many stuff going on with the whole transphobic thing going on. She'll find time eventually. Gosh, why are you... You're describing, like, the rise of Sauron. I bet she'll drop us with an actually Ron was a Sith Lord or something. That would be cool. I don't know. Make Sith Lords in everything as far as I'm concerned. Hey, what if Pomni's a Sith Lord? What if I'm a Sith Lord? I don't believe you. I don't believe you could do it. I could, yeah, she says so. Yeah. I left 5 Timmies down the well last week. We have that many Timmies? Why do we have that many? Well, the only one I can think of is Turner. Not anymore. Yeah? Oh, you know what I got to see when I watched the last episode of Hell of a Boss was the scene of the scene of Luna holding the solo cup. The part where the guy goes, can we not talk about that right now? Voted #1 worst tweet in America. Oh gosh. I literally like pointed at the screen when it showed up. It was like, that's it, that's the scene. Oh, love it. Also, they like to use dog sound effects for her. Literally the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Huh. Heads up, in Season 2 there's an episode where Luna does not speak and makes only dog sounds. That's funny. That's pretty funny, actually. But now that you told me the reason why, so it's not as funny anymore. Thanks. Hey, you know what, Celeste? Since you said you dropped 5 Timmies in the well, can you name 5? Can you name 5 Toon Timmies for me? Could you tell me which ones in particular you decided to drop in that well? Yeah, because, those are the Timmies that you threw in the well. Which 5 were they? Oh, she's thinking. All right, while you guys are thinking, I probably already told you this, but I'm very excited about me going to Tokyo Disneyland. Very nice, isn't it? I have never been outside of America before, so this is going to be a new experience for me. Completely new experience. I need to get one of those Japanese to English dictionaries. I need to brush up on my Japanese too. But in the meantime, I've been looking at the differences between the Disney parks that I have been to and the ones that I haven't been to yet. Which is to say, just this one. Well, it's not just this one. I haven't been to any of the ones outside of the one in Florida. Timmy Turner, Timmy the Lamb, Timmy the Dog from the Famous Five, Timmy Brisby, and Timmy Birch. Wait, that's a real dog. Sure, it's not a Toon. Also, oh my gosh, I didn't know his name was Timmy. Semantics. Yeah. Timmy Brisby and Timmy Birch. I don't know Timmy Birch. I'm gonna have to look that one up. What is a Toon, really? Wait, you don't know? I mean, that makes sense. That tracks. Timmy from South Park. Timmy! I know him. Hang on. You know, I skipped the pilot. I skipped the pilot and went straight into episode 1. Should I watch the pilot? Actually, yes, and do it before you start Season 2 if you can. Whoever told you it's not canon didn't watch Season 2 for sure. Oh. Alright. Sure. Hold on. Let me make sure. In November 2023, Medrano said the pilot was not functionally canon to the later series. Who was Medrano? Oh, Vivzipop. Vivzipop said it's not functionally canon. And that was this year. This last year they said that. You know, because I could totally trust Vivzy to be consistent. What do you, I mean, Hey, aren't we looking sharp? Alright, so what next? Well, we've got to do the inside of the sleeves. I'll mark that away with just some color. Mark the sleeves with some color, and then we've got lines on the mouth and the hair and that arm, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. Okay, sure. This should be a relatively simple one. Thank goodness. Oh man, though. What was it? Oh yes, I was talking about Tokyo Disney for a second. It's not true anyway, it just shows a scene from the pilot just reanimated with current designs from Stolas' perspective and instead of Blitzo's. Oh. Okay, so some of the things that happened in the pilot can still be canon, but the events there, as they're portrayed, are not. That sounds about right for a show like that. They do this sort of thing all the time. Alright. I was talking about Tokyo Disney. So I got a chance to take a look at some of the rides and stuff at Tokyo Disneyland, and I am very intrigued with some of the stuff they've got there, especially in Tokyo Disney Sea. That place is looks so fun. It looks so good. The rides, the theming, it all looks amazing. I am gonna be so amazed, I bet, when I finally go check it out for real. They have a ride based on Journey to the Center of the Earth, which looks fantastic. I saw somebody do like on-ride footage of it, and it looks amazing. There's also a what else is there? You know what? That's fine. We can leave that. There was also an Indiana Jones ride which is sick because there's no Indiana Jones ride in any of the America parks, I don't think. Well, maybe there is in California Adventure. Oh, and I'll finally be able to ride Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. And that'll be nice. What else was there? There was... Oh, they still have Splash Mountain. They haven't gotten rid of it yet. So I gotta ride that one more time. I don't know if they will get rid of it. They may, but also right now it doesn't look like they will. Okay. Hold on. We need to make this one look better. There we go. They have, of course, they also have a lot of rides that they have at other parks. I was hoping that they had Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, but they actually don't. Gotta go clock in. Make you talk about that 3 times today. Oh, well, it's okay. Gives me something to do, I suppose. I gotta watch more Simpsons episodes. I was slowly making my way through the series. At one point last year, I was on season 2, but I hadn't got. Who threw that at me? Who dropped? There's only one person I know who would do that. Chiba. Who's throwing it? Oh my gosh, the rock? Back off! Never mind, I guess it's not them. Who threw that? Who threw all that? I'm not mad. Okay, you've had your fill. Dang it! I thought you were Chiba doing that. Cause I can't see who sends the messages. Well, I'm glad that somebody else remembered that I even have those. Most of the time, I go through an entire stream and people didn't even realize I have it. Okay, so we've got the sleeves squared away. Now we gotta do this arm and the mouth. And the hair. Oh. And that shirt. Right, I gotta do that one. Alright, so we'll do the shirt first. Hold on, I had a list here. Oh, right. I was talking about Digital Circus too. Oh my gosh, the theories I have. Okay, so they showed off some clips from some of the new episodes, right? And I have one big theory about one thing, and that's Kinger with a shotgun. They showed off a clip of Kinger with a shotgun, and I have a theory about what I think might happen. Here's my hypothesis. I think that Kinger gets the shotgun somehow. I don't know how he gets it. He gets it somehow. He then uses it on somebody or something, and then he thinks he killed somebody. And in the clip they showed us, he's poking Pomni's head with the butt of the gun. And I think what happened is that he thinks he killed Pomni. But he didn't. I think that it's going to be that he didn't kill Pomni, and he's spending the whole episode trying to cover up a murder he didn't commit. I think that's what's going to happen. And I think that would be really funny. I think there's a lot of potential for that. Okay, cool. We got that one squared off. Now, let's look at the body. We've got just the hair and the arm. The other arm. This one. I want to see more Zooble, because Zooble barely got any screen time in the original episode. I want to see him, like, I don't know, do anything, because for the most of the episode, Zooble was a MacGuffin. Zooble was taken by the Gloinks and sent down a hole, and they had spent like most of the episode with her missing. So now we've got this right here. Whoa. There we go. And then down here we've got just a little one. We're not going to do anything too major down there. Alright, come on. But Zooble is the character that I want to see get some more screen time, because they deserve it. Because they didn't get to do anything during the first episode. Hang on, the shape isn't right. That's better. Kind of. Hold on. Yeah, that's much better. That's very good. Good. And then we just gotta do this one. Once I'm done with this, I swear I'll go back to my normal inane ramblings. Don't you guys worry about a thing. There we go. Oh, the curve is all bad. Hold on, maybe I can fix it. There we go. And then from here, we've only got the hair. And then we're done. Yeah, and then we've done everything that we need to for the lines. Probably the smallest number I've had on a single character. Like, what is this, 4? 5? Maybe a little more than that. You know what? I'm gonna have to make the back ear disappear for this to work. Yeah, because otherwise I can't see anything. Oh, but I do see that I need to fill this in. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Oh, right. They also showed off this little in the reel of like the new characters they showed that are all going to be like these one-off characters. There was this dude who's made out of orbs. I think the name that has been shown off is called the Orbsman. And he's in the fast food restaurant. I think that guy is gonna be an annoyance to Jax. He's gonna be a real annoying customer. Maybe I hope that's what will happen. Because that would be pretty funny. Although Zubul is definitely just gonna want to have none of that no matter what it is they do. Wow, looks like there's more. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I messed up this part. Yeah, I messed this one up. Let me do it again. That's the wrong color. There it is. And then instead of erasing the top, yeah, erase the bottom, because then it's like... That's it. There we go. Now that I've got that, I can... Oh, I forgot one more over here. That's fine. We can just add that on in a second. Just clear this off a little piece at a time. Come on. Work with me here. Has anybody gotten the chance to play Penny's Big Breakaway? I'm hearing lots of good things about that one, including a bunch of people comparing it to Sonic, which is not something I want that game to be. Like, it doesn't, okay, it's not really trying to be Sonic, right? Like, it takes visual inspiration from Sonic, sure, but it kind of has nothing to do with it. It's not like Spark the Electric Jester, right? Which was trying to look and play like Sonic. There we go. Okay. I've never been one to be a big Sonic defender either. I mean, I'm not afraid to call a spade and say when a Sonic game sucks, you know? I'm all right. But I don't know. Sometimes it feels like they just don't deserve. Sonic just doesn't deserve the fan base it gets sometimes. Like, goodness gracious, they're never happy. Got a good look around. I'm pretty sure this is everything we need. My jaw hurts. Should I use a different brown? Nah, I think it'll be fine. Where should we start? I'm thinking that we begin at... Let's just start at the top and work our way down. Yes, it's the Itchy and Scratchy show. They bite, they fight, they bite and fight. Fight, fight, fight. Bite, bite, bite. The Itchy and Scratchy show. You know, I did play through the Itchy and Scratchy game. It's not a terrible game, all things considered, but it is a strange one. Every single level is a PvP match against, well, PvE, I guess. But you're playing against the computer in like a fight where you have to collect objects in the level, and you collect objects in the level to throw at Scratchy to try to get his health to 0 before yours. And you're in like this big wide platforming arena. What can I compare it to? Duck Game. It's like Duck Game. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah. Wait, you remember Duck Game or the Itchy and Scratchy game? This color isn't very good. Let me try again. It's been years since you heard a Duck Game. You know, I've never played it. All of my friends have. Like, some of them even own the game, but I never got around to actually playing it with them. It's one of those games that a ton of YouTubers played at once upon a time, and then the whole thing just kind of fell off. So, and Itchy and Scratchy's like it? Well, the Itchy and Scratchy game is like it, yeah. Because you've got a wide platforming arena with a bunch of different weapons to use, and you're both trying to kill each other with it and bring the other one's health bar down to 0. Now, it's not exactly like Duck Game because it's not like... Duck Game is a lot more like Quake in that it's an actual deathmatch, right? But you're both... but you're in the Itchy and Scratchy game, you're just trying to bring down one health bar, and that's Scratchy's. The game also has bosses and stuff, and each level is themed to like an episode of the show. Kind of like the Tom and Jerry games, actually. There we go. Let's, yeah, stick to that one. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll stick with that color. It's got a decent soundtrack. I mean, it's okay for what it is. It's not gonna blow you away. It's not in, you know, heck, it's not even any of the best on the Super Nintendo or anything like that. But I've certainly heard a lot worse. I mean, you want to talk about worse? One of the worst soundtracks I think I've ever heard in a Super Nintendo game has got to belong to the game Oscar. Oh my gosh, Oscar. If you've never heard of that game, it is... it's an experience, I'll tell you that much. I sort of expected that for a licensed game in that era. Yeah, but it's surprisingly good for what it is, the Itchy and Scratchy game. I mean, especially considering that it's like it's a Simpsons game at a time when there was already a whole bunch of them. It's something different. I mean, it's better than Krusty's Funhouse or Virtual Bart. Virtual Bart. Oh, man. That's a game that's terrible. It also feels really uncanny to play it, if that makes any sense. Like, when I played Virtual Bart, it just... the silence of some of those minigames just felt really unnerving. Check it out once you get past your current bucket list. Oh, well, I mean, it's not a must-play or anything, but it's a decent, fun time. So, sure, can't go wrong with that. The only song from that game that I can really remember off the top of my head, though, is the one from the first level, Jurassic Bath. And it's kind of like a bootleg, it's kind of like a bootleg Flintstones remix. Hold on, let me play it. Here. But you know what, though? The thing I like it is that it keeps up an energy about it, and it, like, so that elevates it beyond just a lame parody song for me. Like, sure, the notes are a ripoff of the Flintstones, but the energy is different enough that I don't really care. It's the drums that do it. It's the drums. There is a Siva Gunner rip of it. It's the only song from this game that Siva Gunner has ripped. I can't play it though because it uses licensed music. Perhaps this was a Siva Gunner rip before Siva Gunner rips existed. Sure, why not? Is this working? I can't tell. You know what? Maybe I should do more shading from farther away. Because I'm realizing now that the shading looks better when I'm seeing the entire picture at once. Oh, and I guess this half counts, but in the Simpsons game, there's an in-universe game called Grand Theft Scratchy that you actually get to go play in. I mean, it's just a Marge level, but I just realized if I ever decide to play the Simpsons game, that level has licensed music I gotta watch out for. What specific music? I forget what it's called. It's like a song. It's some sort of ballad about friendship or something like that. Because, alright, so the whole point of the level and the whole point of Marge's gameplay is that she has a megaphone that she can use to control people. In the level, you go inside of the game Grand Theft Scratchy, which Marge is vehemently against because she's like, you know, of course she would be. So what you do as you play through the game is you slowly turn the level from, you know, a run-down GTA-style neighborhood into... Essentially, you gentrify the neighborhood. And, you turn one of the rap stations that were playing like a generic rap track into something that's playing like some sort of song about friendship. I forget what the song was, though. Yeah. The Simpsons game is pretty strange of a game, honestly. It gets really meta for some reason. Like, it's a game about games in a lot of ways. I'm noticing that there's a little bit of a bump here. Just the tiniest little bit. I love Yokai Disco. Anytime there's a rip with Yokai Disco in it, you know it's gonna be good. Where was I? Oh yeah, it's right here. Hold on, zoom back out. I think I'm doing better than I normally do today, and I think that's because I'm looking at the picture as a whole and shading the whole thing as opposed to zooming in, seeing little bits and pieces, and losing the bigger picture. Because that's something that can happen to a lot of people, right? When you look into a picture, when you zoom in to work on something as you draw it, you lose like the sense of the entire thing. It happens to a lot of people who like if you zoom in to draw an eyeball, for an example, and then you zoom in to draw the other one, you zoom out and it turns out they're two completely different sizes or something. Alright, let's get to the hair. Is this overlaying the Deltarune theme in the middle there? You know, I gotta say, I really do like the Flintstones theme, but it's one of those, like, it's one of those quintessential theme songs that just sticks in your head. I need more Siva Gunner rips. Where's the unironically good Siva Gunner rips playlist? I just gotta make sure that it's not one of the ones that's mixed with like a real song. Oh, you know what my favorite ones are? Hold on. The one that just takes a one game soundtrack and uses the instruments of another to play it. Like this one. I love this one. Wait, no, this isn't the one I was thinking of. This is the one I was thinking of. Get rid of that one. That's not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of this one, which is of the same song, so you have to forgive me. That's not the same one either. Okay, I gotta do some... Hold on. I gotta do some work here to get the correct one. Let's see. Is this it? Please tell me this one's it. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Okay, play this one. Now's your time to be a big boss. Yeah. Metal Gear. I mean, the Plock rips in general sound amazing. Love this one. I mean, Plock in general has a great soundtrack, I will say. Plock, amazing soundtrack, but actually playing that game is a little bit of a chore. It's really hard, and it's pretty long, and it's unforgiving. It's an example of difficulty in games that I think is kind of outdated. You know? Back when they had to make games last as long as possible so you couldn't beat them in a single rent. I think it's a good thing, actually, that not every game is hard as balls. Alright, let's go for the eyes. Now, I'm not done just yet. Oh, actually, maybe I should do a little more of this first. Is it as bad as Battletoads? I don't think so. I think Battletoads NES may be harder. I think Battletoads NES may be harder, now that I'm thinking about it. Then we'll get to the arms and clean these up a little. Oh wait, that's not the arm. That's it. Where's the other arm? Oh, right, it's here. Gosh, I love this song. So jazzy. Every time I think I'm done with Corporate Clash's music, it keeps pulling me back in. I realized it wasn't on the playlist for the longest time, so I had to rectify that. Hold on. Let me try this again. And this time we'll do just a... around the outside. Around the outside. Shine the whole eyeball around the outside. But it feels dirty here, doesn't it? I'm so used to Simpsons characters having pure white marbles as their eyes. Hang on, what if I... Clean this up. Hold on a little more. You guys ever played the Simpsons arcade game? I mean, in terms of games based off of TV shows, it seems like the arcades tended to have, like, the best chance of it. I mean, you know, turning the Simpsons into a 4-player beat-em-up is kind of genius. And it was like season 1 or 2 when they made that. Only downside is that it didn't get the voices for everyone who was in the game. I have not. Maybe you could ask your cousins. Unfortunately, the problem with the Simpsons game for many, many years has been that it's not available anywhere. The closest we had to it being available was, for a very short time period, it was available on Xbox Live. And they made they made a mobile game called The Simpsons Arcade, but don't be fooled, it is not the actual Simpsons Arcade. But it doesn't matter because that one's dead too. I love the music in that game, though. I believe they said something about playing a cab for it a long time ago. I've seen it in person. I went to a convention and they had a cabinet for it. You know what? Actually, hold on. There was also there's an arcade 1-up version of that cabinet. Let me check. How much does that go for? It's $700, and it only comes with The Simpsons. No. No, that's not worth it. You're better off buying a real arcade cabinet at price margins like that. Show me on eBay. $5,000. Okay, maybe it is worth it. Oh, it's on sale from Home Depot. But still, that's the only way you can buy it nowadays, and it's $700. What is that? I'm telling you, man, it shouldn't be that much. 700 isn't the most expensive I can see for the things. They can reach 5K or higher. No, the arcade 1-up. Wait, I don't think arcade 1-up usually breaks the $1,000 mark. Yeah, Pac-Man is 500. The Ms. Pac-Man one is 500. Mortal Kombat. I mean on eBay. Oh yeah, but those are for the real deal cabinets, right? Not these new ones that they're making as reproductions. And oh right, no, make that darker because we're gonna do this. Gotta get the indent there. I mean, obviously, real arcade cabinets are gonna be pricey. There's just no way around that. But these new ones don't have to be that expensive. Like, I don't know what's making it, you know? I've seen a 1-up cabinet for 1,000 on eBay too. That sounds a little bit more. It's probably one of those ones that like they don't sell anymore, like the Mortal Kombat Trilogy cabinet, I bet. And I have one. I bought one years ago. It cost like, I think it was like 500. But mine is the Rampage cabinet. It comes with Rampage Gauntlet. It comes with Rampage Gauntlet, Joust, and Defender. I kind of never have time to use it. Ah, it was the Mortal Kombat one. Yeah, that Mortal Kombat one is pretty snazzy. Hey, wait a minute! I just realized I didn't. I need to shade that. Oh, I also need to shade this stomach. All right, back up. Wait, maybe it's not that... Oh, I know. I think this was the first Simpsons arcade, the first Simpsons game in general is the arcade. And it's crazy, it never got a home port back in the day. You'd think it would, you'd think somebody would try to port it. But no, that didn't happen. Which is a shame, because having a home version of that would have been amazing. I bet. A lot of kids would have really loved having a home version of it. Alright, let me shade the stomach. This one should be relatively simple. But, like, with a game like this, with these kinds of price margins, your only real options to play it are to pirate the thing, you know? Like, what else are you gonna do? Given most arcade games got ports around that time. Yeah, I mean, apparently the only like, official port that got made was for the Commodore 64. It is very strange. A little bit of light in the middle. Yeah, that should work. This is actually turning out pretty good. I'm not overdoing the shading, which is nice. I tend to have a problem where I really pump the gas on that. Okay, so what's left? The nose, the teeth, and the glove. Okay, and then the axe. And then I gotta go in... Oh, and the shirt. How did I forget all about the shirt? Let's do the shirt first, because the shirt is probably gonna give me some trouble. First things first, shade the inside of the shirt sleeve. Ooh, hang on. Needs a little bit of adjustment. There we go. Can I get this to work? Oh, there it is. Wow. Alright, let's back up a little more, try to get more in the view so I don't mess up the shading on this. There, and we'll do the same for the other one. Okay, now let's shade the sleeves. This one's gonna be a humdinger, let me tell you, because I have to make it blend well. Yeah, see? Because I did this. Because otherwise there really wasn't going to be much of a way I could. Right, so there really wasn't much of a way I was going to be able to get this to function the way I wanted it to. And still have all the easy editability of doing it this way. So, I kind of had to just, you know, play with it a little. And then we'll just, when the time comes, though, we'll blur it. No, maybe not. Maybe. Okay, let's try giving it a different color then. Instead of... what if we just do this? Okay, that works. Yeah, we can play with that. Yeah, I can mess with that. That works. Yes, yes. Maybe... hang on. Maybe just... ease up on this. Gosh, I can taste my lunch with that burp. I had ramen. Oh, I am so into this now. This picture is going very well. And I don't want to mess it up by giving it a bad background, so we're gonna do something basic. There we go. And now we gotta blend this. There we go. You don't even notice. Wow, yeah, you really don't even notice. Okay, so then we can go to the other shirt. There's the sleeve. Little bit of shine. Just a little. Yeah, and then we do one more. There it is. Ooh. Doesn't that fit together nicely? Oh gosh, I hope other people think so. Let me check it on the other monitor. Yep, still readable. Good. Here we just... Oh, wait a minute. I know. Just a little bit there. Just the slightest hint. There we go. Now we've got that. We can get the glove. Let's see how this goes. I always did struggle to make white look believable. Oh, actually, maybe that's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah, his glove isn't separated like others of his kind, but hold on. Others of his ilk with those gloves. But in the meantime, I think I will still go in and try to make it look darker. Just try to... Yeah, there we go. This one's kind of going to be a little hard to sell properly. Because, you can see right now that the shading I'm providing isn't working as well as it could. Object doesn't feel three-dimensional, you know? What I could do instead is ease way up on this and then see how it plays out when I shade the fingers behind it instead. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out when I shade everything behind it instead. Alright. And then we need to get some white. Maybe not quite. Let's try this. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. Let's try the ones next to them, because I think these ones might. And then we get the other finger. Kid named Finger. Oh, come on. Get a nice... There we go. Now, how do I translate any of that into what I'm doing with the thumb here? Ooh, actually, like that. Yeah! A little loose here. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, yeah. I think that's it. Okay, you know what? I think the thing that's gonna have to sell this is whatever the inside of whatever the wood however I handle the handle. However I handle the handle is gonna probably be the deciding factor here. Oh, shoot. Hold on, where did I put it? There it is. Okay, there we go. This one should be easy. I mean, it's a straight line. It's, you know, it's a straight piece of wood. Shouldn't be a problem at all. I don't, you know, I hope. Okay, and a nice, simple browning around the outside. Don't go too crazy. that when it goes. Something down this way. Okay, yeah. And on top of that, we can go in for the bright. Actually, it's working. The effect I'm going for is actually working nicely here. Give me another pass of this one. Give it some more gas. There we go. Okay, and now for the blade. Yes, and I think what I'm gonna do here is get a little dark. And then we go in for the light. Smaller one and have it go right next to it. There we go. And then from here we clean up both of them. There we go. And then now for the silver part. I'm just going to use the same thing. It's going to be pure white. And underneath that, we get the silver again and go dark. No blood on it. We're gonna keep it kid-friendly this time. Normally, any number of implements would be totally bloodied up by a certain mouse, but not this time. Oh, wait, maybe the problem would be here. Ooh, that helps a lot. That helps sell the space, the 3D space. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now, we're not quite done yet. We got to go through all of that again. Not quite as exhaustive as before. Wait a minute. I forgot one thing. The nose. Oh, hang on a moment. I'm also realizing that we gotta go right under the nose. There we go. Okay, so what are we doing now, you may ask? Well, we're doing the part where I add a white highlight to everything on the side to give it a little bit more depth. You know what? Now I can zoom in because I don't need to pay too close attention. Because we're just generally trying to follow the shapes here. What? Oh. Yeah, see? Because it adds something. It adds a little bit of character to it. And it's a good way to like add just the tiniest little bit of three-dimensionality to it. Ooh, I forgot to use the teeth. So I guess when we get down to there again, we'll do it again. But the thing I'm gonna need to absolutely nail here is the head, because you can't really see the separation between the different body parts if you don't do this. And you can see now, you can see where the hair resides in front of everything else. Oh, let me go back. Well, actually, in just a minute. We'll focus on this first. Do you see that? Hold on, a little more down the curve. Can do wonders sometimes. Now down here. Especially considering the kind of dismal state I left this whole mouth situation in. It'll be nice to have a little bit of this. Anything else over here that I need to do it on, or can I move on? I think I can move on to another. I need to do it on the back ear as well. There we go. Do-do-do-do, so nicely put together. I guess that's why this time I'm actually using up all of my time to finish it, because I'm taking time here. I sometimes forget about that I even have this one in there, but I really like it. It got that that nice jazzy Spanish sound, you know? Okay, so what's next? The arms. Yeah, okay, we'll do both of them, I guess. Just a little one, nothing major. The other one, though, gets the full Monty. Go. And we've got the shirts. Okay. And sure, why not the tongue? I keep forgetting to undo the wait. Oh, it's the axe. Yeah, okay, no, we'll do the axe. Just a little though. This one already has the shine on it I put on before, so I don't want it to get so bad. There we go. I don't want it to get so bad as to be an issue. I thought it was the tongue. Oh, that's right. The tongue would be way up here. Well, I guess, hold on. Before we get up there, then, yeah, we'll just take care of these. Hey, wait a second. There's a piece I forgot. up. Ah, there we go. A nice slick streak of white. Maybe just a little less there. Because the orange is plenty visible without it. Actually, given the position, it probably wouldn't... Yeah, you wouldn't get the light hitting that spot. It hit this side, though. At least I think it would. There we go. Yeah. Nice cleanup job. I don't think I got to do anything for the other sleeve. That one's probably too far. But we got to get the hands, of course. Yeah, that looks good. Lower. Yeah, much better. And now for the rest of the glove. Wait, was it this side? Yeah, it was this side. And, why the heck not? We'll go back and we'll get that thumb, because I think that thumb is in some real desperate need of something here. Because it just doesn't feel very 3D, does it? That's better. Yeah. Alright, so then, the only other thing left now is the axe handle. Nice. Okay, yeah. I think that's it. I think we got it. Oh, the teeth. Gosh, I can't forget the teeth. I would have gone the whole way and totally posted this online if I... Gosh, if I forgot those teeth. Would have been embarrassing. This one's a simple job, though. And then over top of that one, we give it a nice slick white streak. second. I gotta go back. So I didn't... There we go. And yeah, that's it. That's Itchy the Mouse. Wow. This turned out to be really fun. What is this? Oh, we forgot a spot. Good thing I caught it. Now for the background. We're gonna do something simple with this one, because we've already passed our time. Let me see. Ah, that should be good. Keep it simple, stupid, they say. So let's try it. Whoa, someone's having a ball. One more on the inside. Now, how do we... Let's get a... Oh, I know. Yeah. Hey, that's not bad. Well, how about that? Now all I gotta do is just sign it. I think, you know what I think? I think this is one of the best ones I've done in a long time. Then from here, just copy and paste and make it black. You know, it kind of reminds me of Sonic Mania, actually. Huh, that's pretty funny. Well, isn't that nice? Well, thank you all for joining me on this artistic adventure, and also thank you for choosing Wickersham for your choice of streams today. Please leave your seats in the upright position as you leave. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow with the drawing of Clocky from Honkai Star Rail. So have yourselves a very good afternoon and a very good night. That's all, folks.